Go.
I love that Light is spamming start and go so the Castramese can't see us say if we're ready or not.
Not just that, but he's always the last one to join the game. It's just things like this. Guys, the thing you don't understand is Tasteless and I have been casters forever, and we've seen so much of pro behavior behind the scenes, and it's so hilarious. Just stuff like that, where it's like, for the last one in the game, then you spam them to go. It's like, dude, you're watching the replay, you're not even supposed to, and you made us wait 5 minutes for that. Now you're spamming to go. It's like, are you actually this entitled? How could this be?
I remember, I won't say the name, but a long time ago in StarCraft 2, we had a pro who kept starting the game without us being in the game at a major tournament.
Yes!
And I'm like, he's like, well, you were late. I'm like, I don't know, man. My job is to cast this. You, like, have to let me in the game. You can't start the game without me, man. This is really weird. Like,
do you understand why you're paid?
Yeah, we can't have an esports event if these games aren't casted, man. I don't know what you want me to do, dude.
So true. God, I remember that. Whew. All right, so top right we have Royal, aka Sorry. A lot of people consider him maybe the third best Terran out there right now after Light and Rush. In the bottom left we have Light, considered the best Terran in the world now that Flash is in the military. Yeah, I would say Sorry has the most out there style of the top Terrans right now for sure, and Light has the most standard. So this is opposites going at each other.
Yeah, this is forward Rax, but this isn't actually that aggressive, right? This is like you get to scout more quickly with the floating racks, and
if they go like you can pressure. He'll probably pressure with 2 Marines, just because they'll get there relatively quickly. And like if Light were to be going for like a gasless expand or something, you force more SCVs to come down and fight. You force a quicker bunker, which slows the factory and might slow some SCV production. So it's a good pressure play. Like, let's say that you make that barracks there and your opponent is proxy 8-raxing you lose. You know?
yeah.
And, yeah.
Excuse me. So, one thing about this map that I've always found kind of interesting to follow is the fact that you're basically giving these bases, let's take the orange player's perspective here. You have this third base that's up here, a fourth base, but you're both expanding towards this double gas location. And gas is an extremely important resource in TVT. And that might sound silly, but gas is more important in some matchups than others. Like ZVT, or ZVP, excuse me, Zergs don't worry about having that much gas. Like, it's good if you can get it, but you don't need it. Like the way the Protoss need gas in a PvZ. But TVT, man, I mean, gas is where you get to make all your mechanical units, factories, tanks, starport units. And so it's very important. But there's also these 2 bases down in the bottom right. And because these bases are so far from the top left, it does make for some interesting games where occasionally one side gets one side of the map, the other side's taking the other.
Yeah, that does happen actually a surprising amount on this map. If it does go to that late game situation, generally I think the player with the 2 bottom right bases is in a better position because the top left is more attackable. Like the bottom right, you can turtle in such a way that like it can't be broken. Basically, you have like 5 tanks plus mass turret. Oh my god, you have to spend infinity. Whereas the top left is much more open. So if it gets in that situation, probably the player with that bottom right is going to be able to win. Sometimes you also get it split where each person has one of those little pocket bases and then you're kind of fighting over top left. But honestly, I feel like a lot of games here end more quickly because someone will outmaneuver the other because there's so many paths around the map that if you have like smart vulture movement and smart tank movement, sometimes you can just catch your opponent off guard and get into a position where they can't break out.
So, we've got, I think what's going to be a fairly slow start here, but when you're playing in these kind of positions, like I see a third factory's been thrown down here, is there like a kind of blueprint build that you want to come out with right away at the start? Whoa, this Vulture's actually doing quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, but Royal actually holds on. We'll get the moving shot there. Is he going to get the moving shot on this one? He does, but turns around because he knows there's another Vulture on the way, so A strong turnaround. Sorry, what were you asking right before that little...
Well, I basically was trying to figure out how to fill time because I thought nothing was going to happen and those vultures fought. But basically, like, I was asking if, like, when you start out on a map like this, is there some kind of a blueprint build that it's like a go-to for you on a map like this? Because I see right now it's getting into that vultures arms race.
Yeah, that's actually the way that TVT realistically, that's like the base of TVT is factory expand into 3 factory vulture. Map control is so important. It's almost more important than bases. Vultures can threaten a kill, unlike other stuff in TVT. Like, if you overwhelm, if you get 2 more vultures in your opponent and run in and target his down, you are going to overwhelm them and actually kill them. It's a lot like goons versus dragoons, or mutas versus mutas, or lings versus lings. 3 factory vulture is like a great opener, and it's really demanding mechanically. But yeah, that's basically the answer.
So we have the starport coming here for Light, but Royal went with a 4th factory. Now this is better for Light, right?
So yes, I would say yes. The important thing is that he does not move out. He needs to sit very defensively. So, you know, like the Ling Concave at the top of a ramp in ZVZ?
Yeah.
You need to make that with your vultures so that as soon as vultures come in, all of your vultures are firing so they can't attack you. Because we are going to have more vultures for Royal, but he doesn't have an armory, and he likely won't have one. So yeah, you got to be very careful, very defensive here. Now the siege tank pops out, and that's going to basically cue Royal into something's happening. So he's going to dive in and target vultures down, and he has more vultures, so he will start to kill them. More vultures coming in right now. I don't know that this is this going to work?
I think it might, man. The vulture count's getting pretty low. We're at the point where the vultures can almost nearly, like, one-shot. No, I guess not. He has enough to hold on.
This is Light's game to lose right now. This is a fantastic position for him. There's no armory, no second gas for Royal. He definitely cut a few SCVs in there as well. And actually, Light uses the Wraith to kill the barracks. So that's going to give Royal a bit of time to get his armory up.
Nice play here. Do you want to try to dive in again with these vultures?
I think he feels behind, so he's going to try, but it's not going to work.
Yeah, I feel like this is just getting better and better and better here for Light here. I mean, it's just...
Dude, yeah, he just...
Oh.
I mean, that's it. Yeah, no, that's it. That's it.
That's what I call StarCraft.
That's a TVT, bro. Oh, I told you, they try to end it pretty quickly.
Guys, I'm telling you guys, if your friends aren't sure they want to watch this this show we've been doing, I mean, you show them that game, all right? They're gonna... the FOMO is gonna kick in so much.